When you pass a fender bender along the highway, you might think something like, well, gee, tough luck, what a mess. Not, wow, what a work of art. Most people don't think that way, but the Knoxville artist you're about to meet is not like most people. Rob Weil says she even finds inspiration at demolition derbies.
So driving in Knoxville, it's a nice town, but that traffic, you know what I mean? Man, I hate bad traffic. Makes me think I might have a car wreck. Nothing worse than a car wreck. Almost everybody hates car wrecks. But I did say almost everybody.
Hi, I'm Raluca Iancu.
And she is an artist in Knoxville who really likes car wrecks, and not being in them, no, but making them into works of art.
I'm really fascinated with crashes because I find them simultaneously repulsive and attractive. It's something that you would never want to happen to you, but it's something that you look forward to in the movies and something that you cheer on when you're at the demolition derby. So I'm really interested in this contradiction.
So have you ever been in a car accident yourself?
No, nothing serious. Nothing as traumatic as the work that I make.
Many artists go to the seaside or the country or a romantic city to get inspiration for their works. Raluca is not that kind of artist.
I usually go to the internet, but once a year, when the Tennessee Valley State Fair comes around, I make sure to go to the demolition derby. It's amazing.
Why do you say that?
You go there to watch people crash their cars, and it's something that you don't want to do, but then as soon as you see them do it, you cheer them on, and there's shouting and cheering on and people laughing. It's really a very joyful atmosphere. The sound is really what I find amazing about the demolition derby, because you have the revving of the engines, you have the cheering of the crowds, there's the announcer that has this very loud laughter, like that intermittently just pops up.
Raluca uses crashes, cars, trains, planes as subjects, even modeled after real events, as long as there were no casualties.
I think one of the most interesting things is when you see something that looks terrible, but then when you look into it, there are no casualties. For instance, I made a three-dimensional mobile that was about a plane crash in Colombia. And the plane is hanging in 3 different parts, and there are debris hanging all around, sort of as a recreation of the plane fractured in space. But the actual story is that no one died when the plane crashed.
Not focusing on casualties or even injuries is a conscious decision Raluca made.
That's part of the work that I asked the viewer to put in. So to think about it. Are there any casualties? What happened? I think that if I were to show everything, there would be no question in it, and you would just look at it as anything else. But by abstracting it, I'm allowing this space for questioning. Also, I'm not really interested in horrifying anyone. Like, I don't want to look at it. I know you probably don't want to look at it. So by creating this more whimsical approach, I think while creating a more desensitized version, I'm also allowing this space for contemplation.
And even though there are no human casualties in her crash paintings or three-dimensional pieces, Raluca does see victims.
Well, I think this is what we do with crashed vehicles all the time. They protect us, they take us places, and then once we crash them, we abandon them, which makes sense. You wouldn't want to keep a crashed car around, but I also find it interesting that there's no memorial to them. I think I empathize with them a lot.
You empathize with the car?
Yeah, I feel bad for them. They're so sad and abandoned.
Raluca is still a very young artist, and this crash thing, well, it might just be a phase of her career.
I look on the internet and I find all the images and I get kind of excited about, I just find the torn metal really interesting, like in an aesthetic quality. And sometimes I just can't stomach any of it. As soon as I see a crash on the side of the road, I just look away. And sometimes I rubberneck like everyone else. So I don't know, I think it will end when it ends, but for now it's still going.
Yeah, still going like the winning car at a demolition derby. One of the favorite places you'll find Raluca Iancu of Knoxville.